Hi, good morning. Thank you, Dr. Pettit, for sharing your experiences and insights with us. We are always grateful for the opportunity to learn about space exploration during this annual service honoring Ellison, Onizuka, and the crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger. We celebrate how they embodied the values of excellence, of perseverance, of discovery, right? And those lessons that offer us ways of living and ways of being in the world. So in his last moments, Shakyamuni Buddha urged his disciples, right, to make my teachings your light, to rely upon them, to not depend upon any other teaching. And we continue to honor these words by reflecting on the infinite light and life of the Buddha and living with deep gratitude for the path of peace and spiritual liberation that he shared with all of us. We understand that his death was simply the end of the physical body, because the true Buddha is enlightenment itself, and he exists forever in the truth and the practice of the Dharma. The Buddha continues to teach and lives on through the lives of all who follow the path of universal awakening he shared. Each of us can embody the living Dharma that has the power to transform ourselves and our world. The late Buddhist master Thich Nhat Hanh believed one word, one action, or one thought can reduce another person's suffering and bring him joy. One word can give comfort and confidence, destroy doubt, help someone avoid a mistake, reconcile a conflict, or open the door to liberation. One action can save a person's life or help him take advantage of a rare opportunity. One thought can do the same, because thoughts always lead to words and actions. If love is in our heart, every thought, word, and deed can bring about a miracle. This is what the Buddha taught as he lay dying beneath the twin solitaries, that if we only focus on this physical body, we would not be truly seeing him. Only by accepting and practicing his teachings can we truly see him. Living the Dharma is the path to transformation and peace. The ultimate goal of the Buddha's path is to embody the spirit of a bodhisattva, those enlightened beings who give up their own liberation for the good of others. This is the core aspiration for how we should live, not just for ourselves, but for everyone, because true compassion is universal and inclusive. In our Shin Buddhist tradition, we often chant the sutra Sanbutsuge, or hymn in praise of Buddha, because it summarizes the aspiration of Dhammakara Bodhisattva to become a Amida Buddha, establish the Pure Land, and to work for the enlightenment of all beings, resolving to endure and never falter until the goal of universal liberation is achieved. We are taught to live with a similar aspiration of care and concern for others' welfare as our guiding light. The eternal life of the Buddha is reflected in the practice of the Dharma he shared. It is a dynamic light of limitless wisdom and compassion within each of us. As Shin Buddhist scholar Dr. Jeff Wilson writes, great compassion is all-embracing and takes on any form that helps. Thus, great compassion comes to us in the form of Namo Amida Butsu, and also in the form of those who teach the Dharma, those who give aid to the suffering, those who stand up for the marginalized, and many other wondrous forms. We are the living embodiment of great compassion in everything that we do in our everyday lives. I'm thankful for the countless bodhisattvas, these light bearers, who inspire a culture of harmony, of peace and justice through their example. They illuminate our world with selfless acts of courage, kindness, and compassion, lifting everyone around them when darkness falls and hope fades. I think of the thousands in Minnesota right now, including my dear friend, Rabbi Peter Shachtman, who are standing in solidarity with a community besieged and terrorized by its own government. I uplift the memory of Renee Good and Alex Preddy, who were murdered by federal agents for standing up against injustice. We have seen this before. The abuse of power, targeting vulnerable communities, and the dangerous erosion of our democracy. We stand at a crossroads where the Constitution and the rule of law are being dismantled for greed and power. We can let truth, justice, and our core value of the common good slip away. Or we can stand firm and fulfill our duty to protect and to defend our democracy in these perilous times. I'm reminded of a passage from the Fellowship of the Ring written by J.R.R. Tolkien. Frodo Baggins and Gandalf the Grey have a conversation in which Frodo laments the terrible struggles happening in the world. "I wish it need not have happened in my time," said Frodo. "So do I," said Gandalf, "and so do all who live to see such times. But that is not for them to decide. All we have to decide is what to do with the time that is given us. Today we face a government that lies, seeks to impose its will, and silences dissent through coercion and violence. Do we have the courage to stand against state-sanctioned violence, cruelty, and fear wherever we are? Can we be brave enough to imagine and to build the just, humane, and compassionate world that should be? Just as the Buddha taught how one candle can light thousands, may each of us ignite the flame of hope and fearlessness in whatever way we can during this dark time. Peace is not just the absence of conflict. True peace is not passive. It is an active and powerful force in our world. How do we care for one another? What actions do we take to make our world better? How do we respond during times of crisis? Do we have the strength and the courage, like Ellison Onizuka, to envision and to create a better future? Our efforts to live humanely are never wasted. Choosing to nurture love instead of anger is the only way to change ourselves, our nation, and our world. I've been reflecting on a verse I wrote during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic and after George Floyd's death. And I believe these words have taken on new significance as we navigate the chaos sweeping our country. I woke up crying Namo Amida Butsu for all who are suffering. I woke up crying Namo Amida Butsu for myself. I woke up crying Namo Amida Butsu for the healing of our communities. I woke up crying Namo Amida Butsu because all I can do is entrust. Every day I wake up to the working of greed, hatred, and ignorance in our world. Every day I wake up to the working of wisdom and compassion, which has turned my heart towards justice and love. Every day I wake up to Namo Amida Butsu. Every day I wake up ready to build the America that should be. Every day I wake up ready to try. We are far from perfect, but we can build a more perfect union every day. This potential is the promise of America. May we always aim to do better and to be better, just as we strive to embody the vows of a bodhisattva, cultivating a more harmonious, just, and equitable world for all. Let's continue seeking the good together as we work to bring light into our darkened world. Please join me in Gassho as we recite the Nembutsu together with deep gratitude, joy, and mindful awareness for our duty to embody the Buddha's path of liberation and peace for the well-being of all. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu.